Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
We're back! Streaming is back on the SGPN channel after a long summer of no streams. It is so good to be back for some Blue Jays postseason baseball. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in today for us to hopefully watch Canada's team pick up their first playoff victory since 2016. And there's so many ties to 2016 that are like going on right now in this pregame. Russell Martin threw out the first pitch for the Jays here, and he was on the 2016 team. That was the last team to win a playoff game for these Blue Jays. Hello, Denise Campbell in the chat. And that 2016 team was also the team that got to play with the roof open in a playoff game for the Toronto Blue Jays for the first time in franchise history. The Edwin walk-off game against the Orioles in 2016 was the first and only time the Blue Jays ever opened the dome for a playoff game in franchise history until today. When today the roof is open, it's going to be open today, and I believe again tomorrow. And it is an exciting time in Blue Jays land. I hope you are ready. I hope you are prepared for this because it's going to be an adventure today. I'm rooting for a good time. I'm rooting for a Jays win. So in the chat, Navaria says, I'm wearing an Adam Lind era jersey. Same as you. Let's go, dude. So mine is a Travis Snyder jersey. I don't know how many of you are around for... Oh, hold on. Let me drop some of the graphics so you can see it. I don't know how many of you were around for Travis Snyder, but I loved Travis Snyder. So that's the jersey I threw on today, hopefully to bring us a little bit of good luck. And I see that. So I'm very happy that you threw on your Adam Lind jersey to bring us some good luck. That era was a fun era of losing baseball. There was a lot of good moments from teams that just weren't very good. So we'll see how this era goes and let's see if these jerseys can bring us some luck here. I'm excited. We're going to get underway here in 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes away from first pitch at the ballpark. Who just gifted 5 memberships? Wes, thank you. Thank you. Wes, I'm going to give you some confetti here. There's a little confetti for Wes. And then what else we got for Wes? We got air horns for Wes. So thank you for gifting those 5 memberships. Chris says, I'm wearing an Alex Rios jersey. We love Alex Rios from the same era. It's gonna bring us good luck, I swear. Jeff says Donaldson. If you guys got your jerseys, let me know which one you're rocking today. What's the most obscure one you got in your closet? I don't know if anybody's beating Travis Snyder. Travis Snyder is pretty obscure, right? I feel like I'm winning right now. Taylor says, what do I think of the Geddy Lee opening? I think what the Jays have been doing with branding and the I Want It All and just everything they've done in the pregame, everything's been incredible, I think, from a production standpoint. Rogers really cares about this team. It is their team. They invested a lot of money into it. And I think they've invested overall into the whole experience of the Jays really well. Geddy Lee was great. Robert Malloy says, I have a Donaldson jersey that I got for $3, so I got nothing here. $3 Donaldson jersey? Where was that at? Value Village? $3? $3 feels a little light. They should have charged a little more for that. It's still a jersey, right? A Bison's Kawasaki jersey. That's pretty cool. Ben Revere will be the #1 most obscure jersey, I swear. Ben Revere. Blue Jays legend Ben Revere. Let's check out Ben Revere's baseball reference page. How many career games? It was only 56 games with the Jays in the 2015 season Ben Revere played. Blue Jays legend. Got into 11 games in the postseason in that 2015 run. 11 games, had 47 at-bats. Ben Revere. Okay, hold on a second. I'm so happy you brought up Ben Revere. Ben Revere hit .255 with a .314 on-base percentage in the 2015 playoffs? That's ridiculous. Let me see if I can bring this up. Let's try out these new things. Let me see if I can do this. And I'm going to go like this. Hey, there we go. Okay, Ben Revere. Everybody can see that there. 2015 playoffs for the Toronto Blue Jays. .314 on-base percentage. That's not bad for Ben Revere. This is probably the longest anybody has talked about Ben Revere in a decade, I swear. Retired in 2017, he did. Quite a good major league career. 8 years in the show. That's not bad at all. After that stint with the Jays, didn't last in the majors for too long. 2.5 seasons-ish with the Nationals and the Angels. Not too bad. Solid major league career. You can't laugh at that. Can't laugh at that. That's pretty cool for Ben Revere. We are getting closer and closer to first pitch here. The Blue Jays are taking the field. Kevin Gausman is getting the start. John Schneider spoke and said that Gausman is going, and then Trey Savage is getting game number 2. Shane Bieber will pitch game number 3 in Yankee Stadium. Trent Grisham is leading it off for the New York Yankees. Let me see if I can bring up the lineups here for you. Let me try and move this around. I'll move my camera there so I can show you the lineups. We got Grisham, Judge, Bellinger leading it off for the Yankees. They'll be facing Kevin Gausman. Springer, Lucas, Guerrero going 1, 2, 3 for the Jays in the bottom of the first inning. Like, don't think that Kevin Gausman's last start of the regular season is what we're going to see out of him in the postseason. Gausman's been consistent and very good this season. This is who I'm feeling most safe with, right? This is who I like. We got Matthew asking, what do you think of Max Scherzer being left off the postseason roster? It was the right decision. The Blue Jays went with arms in the pen. You know, they went with, we want to have a bunch of options in our bullpen. And Max Scherzer, unfortunately, with the way he's been pitching lately and what he's been dealing with in terms of his health, is not the best option right now to have in the bullpen. And he's not going to be one of the starters. So I think it was really smart to throw in the 4 lefties that they've added to the roster instead of having another right-handed arm in Scherzer there. Because with this Yankees lineup, you need lefties. You need lefties, and they have so many. They don't have a lot of options, so they needed to put as many in the pen as they could. It was the right decision to leave Scherzer off the roster, and then Bassett and Barrios just aren't healthy enough to go. Here we go, Blue Jays fans. Gausman is stepping on the rubber for the first pitch of the American League DS. Here we go. Trent Grisham. First pitch of the game. Slow little dribbler. Vladdy picks it up. 1 pitch, 1 out. What a start to the game. 1 pitch, 1 out. It literally can't get easier than that. Okay, so Aaron Boone's now out, pleading with the umpire. It's not a reviewable play. You can't debate whether or not it hit Grisham's foot. And it did. To me on replay, it looks like it did hit Grisham's foot. Umpires completely missed it. We are seconds into this game, and there's already been a call in the favor of the Blue Jays. This is a good omen. For me, this is a really good omen that things are going to go the Jays' way today. 1 pitch. Probably should have been a foul ball. Ump sides with us. Judges at the plate. Pop fly. Vladdy's going to get it. He's tracking. Can Vladdy get it? Vladdy cannot get it up against the screen. 0-1 on Aaron Judge. I think Judge deserves the MVP over Kyle Raleigh, but that's just me. I know there's big debates about that in baseball circles. See what Gausman can do. 3rd pitch of the game. Judge takes him to left field. That is a single for Aaron Judge. He is on first base. He takes a slider out into left field. 3 pitches in the game and 3 hit balls. Yankees coming out swinging, making contact with Gausman. I think that's the strategy. Even Bellinger, first pitch of his at-bat, another swing. I think it's fascinating that the Yankees start this game 4 pitches, 4 swings. Clucky wrote 3-3. It went 4-4. And a ball low, 1-1 in the count. There's a schedule for the ALDS. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Eastern. If you are here today, I hope you are here tomorrow for game number 2. We got a timeout at the plate. Let's see if Gausman can induce a double play here. Make this an easy inning. Foul ball. John Schneider, I think, John Schneider and company made the right decisions with this lineup. I got really no complaints with the pitching staff. I like that they're going JAYS Savage and then Bieber. Either way would have made me satisfied, but I think letting the rookie pitch at home where he's comfy is the smart thing to do. And then letting Bieber, the vet, handle Yankee Stadium is the right call. I think that's the right way to go, and I'm so excited for tomorrow's game with JAYS Savage, a pitcher that the Yankees have never faced before, and how... Oh, fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught by Varsho. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Aaron Judge still on first. Two down. Top of the first inning. Aaron Judge on first base. We got Ben Rice at the plate. Yankees first baseman. Is he playing first today? Yeah, Ben Rice at first base. Stanton's on deck, DHing as he always does. John Christian says, Goss looks like such a hockey player. The comparisons with him and Chris Tanev has been awesome. Like when Chris Tanev went down to Yankee Stadium and they took photos together, it was hilarious. And he said he's getting recognized as Gausman around Toronto sometimes. Who's the more famous athlete? Tanev or Gausman? You know, like baseball is bigger than hockey, but Gausman is a bigger star in a smaller market team in comparison, like the Blue Jays and the Leafs. I think hockey's so much smaller. Like, there's no way. There's no way, like, what is he, the 4th defenseman, 3rd defenseman on the Leafs is more famous in terms of the number of people on planet Earth who know who Gausman versus Chris Tanev is. Ben Rice here. Swing and strike! First strikeout of the game for Kevin Gausman. He gets Ben Rice swinging. Great start to the game. Only gives up the 1 single to Judge. You love to see a swinging strike on that splitter. Fantastic stuff out of Kevin Gausman to start the game. See if we can take a look at that at bat there. Try and move myself so I don't block this. There we go. Swing and strike on the splitter. Went splitter, splitter, 4-seam splitter. Splitter, splitter, 4-seam splitter. Damn. Gausman. He knew he had a plan against Rice, like clearly there. He's like, I'm just going to throw the splitter low, and that's going to be my strategy in this at-bat. And then he mixes in that fastball there, goes back to the splitter, gets him swinging. Great at-bat. Great stuff there from Gausman. Let's see what the Blue Jays can do in the bottom of the inning. We've got Springer, Lucas, and Guerrero up. Yeah, Neil says Gauss has good splits against lefties. He's one of those weird pitchers who has the reverse splits. He's better against left-handed pitching than he is right-handed pitching, which is a little weird, a little awkward, but that's the way it is. Like, you can't hate that at all. We got a chat from Wimshi, who says, I'm a Cubs fan watching the Cubs get cooked right now. Please help Jesse. The Cubs are getting absolutely destroyed against the Milwaukee Brewers right now. It's 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is an ugly start to the NLDS for the Chicago Cubs. I don't envy being a Cubs fan right now. You know, but you're never out of it. You're never out of it. The Brewers put up 6 runs in 1 inning in the bottom of the 1st inning. So that means the Cubs can put up 6 runs in an inning. You know, you never know. It's postseason baseball. Anything can happen. Truly anything can happen. Let's bring up the Blue Jays again, as we have Springer up to bat for his first at-bat of the game. Swinging on the first pitch. 97 up in the zone. Fouled it off. Swing here by Springer. Bounces to third base. Ground out. Springer's down. 1 out in the inning. The Yankees, who aren't the best defensive team, we all know that. Not the most solidly defensive team in the league, but they're able to corral that one. McMahon at third base. Throw it over to Ben Rice, and Springer is out for the first out of the game on the Blue Jays side of things in the bottom of the 1st inning. Nathan Lucas now at the plate, takes the first pitch for a ball. Like, if I told you, oh, here's a hot shot up the middle, but Volpe cleans it up. Nice little stab there by Volpe. Throws it over to Ben Rice at first base. That's 2 down real quick for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 1st inning. 2 down. Vladdy at the plate. I've been just begging for Vladdy to get it going. I've been begging Vladdy to get it going. I hope today's the start of something real good for him. Something real special. Fouls off a pitch. Real hard hack at that. Vladdy in his career is 3 for 22. He's ahead in the count now. What do you mean? How can Denise says, how can this be ahead of the broadcast? There's no way. Oh, high cut by Vladdy, but there's a little. Oh, it's going back. That's gone. That's a home run, Blue Jays. Vladdy, right off the top. Let's play it. No way. What a start to the game for Vladdy and the Blue Jays. A home run in the bottom of the 1st inning. A solo shot that just kept carrying over the wall in left field. It looked like a high fly ball. I thought it got way too much air and it was coming down. But that thing kept going and going and going and going. gone. Vladdy starts this game off for the Jays with a solo shot. I asked him. You heard me when we started that at bat. I asked him, get something going here. You've been so cold. Get hot for the postseason. And Vladdy said, yes, I will. What a start. That's awesome. Let's play that home run one more time. Unreal. Matt, podcast listener. I asked the guy. Great stuff there. All right, let's see what Addison Barger can do. Oh, strikeout. Never mind on what Addison Barger can do. Strikes out on a high fastball. But we got Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s first career postseason home run to celebrate. He hit a changeup, 90-mile-an-hour changeup that was inside, right in his wheelhouse. Turned on it, crushed it. Blue Jays up 1-0 to start this game. How's everybody feeling? So I took some people in the chat have referenced who had it first. I see Navarius mentions those underbets for the first inning runs. Yikes. I mentioned on the Steve Dangle podcast that one of my favorite bets for this game, like my most favorite bet for this game was under 0.5 runs in the first inning, so no one scores coming out of the first inning because playoff game takes a little to get into it. It's not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be high scoring coming out of the first inning. I think the pitching is going to win out. And then now we have a Vladdy home run in the first inning, and my bet was completely wrong. But I'm very happy that I was completely wrong on that bet. I could not have had a better moment to lose a bet. So there we go. Let's see if I can bring up the game day 3D so we can all experience this home run together. Vladdy's first career home run. Let me see if this works here. It doesn't look like it's loading quite. Yeah, we might have to wait a couple minutes for the game day 3D on MLB.com to play. Then we can all rewatch Vladdy's home run. We got coming up for the Yankees. We're going Stanton, Chisholm, and McMahon. Here's Vladdy's home run. Okay, let's bring this one up. There we go. All right, Vladdy's home run here. Let's watch this thing. Inside changeup, taken out to left field. Beautiful. Vladdy knew right away. I didn't know right away, but Vladdy knew. Let's check the action from the pitcher's point of view. We'll bring it back. There's the changeup. Oh, gone. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gosman's up in the count on Stanton. And Gosman gets the first out of the inning. Stanton grounds out to Addison Barger. It was a hard hit ball. Vladdy a little hop. Vladdy's been like a really good. He's grown so much at playing first base. Addison had a little bit of trouble with that ball when it bounced off the ground. Then he throws it high to Vladdy. Maybe a little bit of nerves from Barger. You know, you got to think like he's so young. First full year in the majors. He's got to be a little young, a little nervous getting that ground ball from Stanton there. It's hard hit. Bobbles it a little. Throws a little high to Vladdy. Vladdy's been developing into such a great defensive first baseman. That little hop he has to grab it out of the air. Beautiful stuff. 1 out in the inning for Gausman and the Jays. Jazz Chisholm now at the plate. 1-0. The Jays lead on that Vladdy home run. Let's see if Gausman can get Chisholm out here. Ahead in the count now, 1-2. And Jazz Chisholm lines a ball into right field. Nathan Lucas gathers it. Yankees have a man on first base with that base hit. 1 out single. Chisholm's on first. Yeah, Navarius says Vladdy switching from third to first doesn't get talked about enough. It's an extreme switch, and he's done an excellent job at that. I think there were some growing pains at first, no pun intended. Initially, he wasn't the greatest, because there's a transition phase. And he's really grown into a really solid first baseman. Vladdy, to me, worth every penny of that $500 million contract. Ryan McMahon's at the plate. Gausman's ahead of him in the count. 0-1 starts. 1-1 now in the count. Shout out to the mods hanging out today. Justin and Robert in the chat. Stick tap your mods. 1-2 in the count now. Gausman ahead of Ryan McMahon. Nice 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Right on the outside edge. Beautiful stuff. I think we see a splitter here, right? Let's see if Gausman throws that splitter, can get McMahon to chase. Maybe ground in this double play. He goes back to the fastball, throws it a little high. 3-2 in the count. Sebastian says, hey, Jesse, big fan. Hanging with you. I don't have the game on. You are doing a great job describing it. Sebastian, thank you for hanging out. I will do my best to keep you informed and up to date on what's going on. We are all here hanging out. Gausman throws over to first base. Checks on Chisholm, who's at first. Let's see if we get a splitter here to end this at bat with Ryan McMahon. Gausman waits, throws, foul ball, fastball, 95. Now do we get the splitter? Is the now the splitter? Let's see what happens. Chisholm's not going. Oh, we got a diving catch by Vladdy. We were just talking about Vladdy's defensive play. Unreal. Unassisted double play. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. diving stop at first. Dives to his right. Snags it out of midair. Chisholm's halfway to second. Vladdy stands up, touches the bag. Unassisted double play. This game has been all Vlad. Unreal. Round of applause there for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What a start to the game for him. What a start to the game for Vladdy. Home run in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the second, unassisted double play. You absolutely love to see it. That's somebody who's not afraid of the pressure. Alex says we need to get him a chiropractor because Vlad is putting the Jays on his back. Aaliyah says Vlad is rocking. Navaria says, man, you play third, you pick up defensive plays. He's a #1 defensive first baseman. Denise says, that's our boy. Michael says, Vladdy is dialed. David says, looking like a $500 million. Yeah, forget the half of whatever he's making. Pay him more. We need to get him to $1 billion contract for this stuff. Unreal. Great start to the game here for if you're a Jays fan. Sorry if you're a Yankees fan. If you're a Yankees fan, this is going to be a hard watch, right? If you're here and you're a Yankees fan, let me know. I hope you're hanging out having fun. But it's going to be all Blue Jays here. Let's see what we got coming up in the bottom of the second for the Blue Jays. It's Alejandro Kirk. It's Dalton Varsho. And it's Mr. Santander. Anthony Santander, who's going to be out in left field today. Who is out in left field today, I should say. They're showing the replay of Vladdy right now, back from commercial break. It has truly been all Vladdy. Let's see what Kirk can do at the plate. Kirk coming off the very memorable game 162. The grand slam, then another home run, a 2-home run affair to get the Jays the American League East crown. Kirky's at the plate. Let's see what he can do here. Alejandro Kirk to left field. That ball isn't even close to staying in the ballpark. A second decker. Oh my goodness. Let's play Ole. Mr. Joe Peep said it. It's Captain Kirk at the plate, making it 2-0 for your Toronto Blue Jays. 2 runs on the day, 2 home runs for the Blue Jays. 1 solo shot by Vladdy, deep left field. 1 solo shot by Kirk, even deeper if you can believe that. A second decker. Oh my goodness. That is what the Jays needed. That is what the Jays need. Kirk and Vladdy going. Unreal. Let's take a look at this home run. Oh, Kirk knew as soon as he hit it. He watched that thing all the way. Let me check the pitch. It was a 4-seam fastball. Up and in the zone. Turns on it real quick. Out of the park. That's great stuff. That is fantastic. Varsho's at the plate. It's 3-2 count. Varsho hits the ball foul. It is still 3-2 in the count. Varsho's such a great defensive center fielder. Thank you, John, for the super chat. John says, should Kirk and AB switch in the order? It's a good question. I wouldn't mind having Kirk hit fifth at all. But I think they want the flip of the left and the right-handed bats. Like, that's why they go Vladdy and... Varsho, by the way, singles up the middle. His first career postseason hit, Varsho singles right up the middle on a changeup. Changeup that was in and a little outside of the zone, but Varsho's such a great contact hitter. He's able to get the end of the bat on that thing, pull it a little to the right of the second base bag, goes straight up the middle. Varsho's on first base. Luis Hill on the mound right now. Might not be out there for very long. Let's be honest here. He is not looking great. When we go to commercial break, we will watch the replay of the Kirk home run. We got to watch that one back. Anthony Santander's at the plate now. Fouls one off. 0-2 count. Is Robert Malloy taking care of all the bots? Thank you. Thank you, Robert Malloy, for taking care of all of the bots. Let's see what Santander can do here. Hopefully he can stay in this at-bat. Is able to stay in this at-bat with a foul ball. Dennis says, I'm doing the 999 challenge at home right now, and man, the Jays killing it is making it so much easier. Are you serious? You're doing the 999 challenge by yourself at home? Are you good? Like, I hope there's other people with you. That's a lot of beer, a lot of hot dogs. We'll talk about the 999, but first, I got to get to this super chat from Rick. Thank you, Rick. Round of applause. Some air horns from Rick. Rick says, remember, we are a contact team first. Forget contact. This is a power team. This is a slugging team. We hit home runs. Forget the Bronx Bombers. They don't know. It's the Blue Jay Bombers tonight. Oh, foul ball again. Santander really staying in this at-bat. Doing a great job. Up to 7 pitches in this at-bat has worked it back to an even count. Well done. Well done. What a start. Let's go back to the 999 challenge. Wait, Mr. Joe Peeps is... no, me too. No. That's a different 999, Mr. Joe Peeps. With friends. Dennis says with friends. Okay, Dennis. I just want people to make sure you're going to be okay eating all those hot dogs. Like, I personally can't eat 9 hot dogs in a day. I would barf. I would need help getting up from the couch or my seat. 9 beers, too. 9 beers is a lot to handle. I'd be picking myself off the floor with 9 beers there in 9 innings. Anybody not aware, 999 challenges, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs in 9 innings. So that is the challenge. Santander really, really making Luis Hill work in this at-bat. Doing a fantastic job staying in it. Let's see if he can get this next pitch in play. He cannot. Strikes out. After praising him so much for staying that bat, we got a strikeout on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Justin, I believe, on the SDPN account says, legit think I could handle the hot dogs. It's the beer that gets ya. Yeah, I don't think I can handle either. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I don't even think I could do the hot dogs. I would try. I would put on my bravest face, but both would get me. Chris says, wasn't that bad? Yeah, let's hear it for Santander for working that count. 31 pitches on the night so far for Luis Gil. We're only in the bottom of the second inning with 2 out now because Andres Jimenez skies one to right field where Aaron Judge gets under it, looks directly into the sun, but makes the catch. Jimenez is out. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. 2-0 Blue Jays. Luis Gil up to 32 pitches. Ernie Clement at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Varsho is still standing at first base. Let's see if Clement can do something to not strand him out there. Justin says I could do the dogs. Alex says the beer is easy. Oh, man. Can we get a poll going? I don't know how to do the polls myself. If one of the mods wants to get a poll going about, like, could you do the 999 challenge? That's what I want to see. Do you think you could eat 9 hot dogs and 9 beers over the course of 9 innings? Aaron says, may we ask what you're drinking while doing the stream? I have water. And I have coffee. I have coffee. Ernie Clement's at the plate. 1-2 in the count. Oh, there's already a poll. Thank you. I wasn't looking. I can't see the poll for my view unless I, like, went to YouTube and pulled it up. Thank you. Thank you, mods. Shout out the mods. Always ahead of the game. Who am I to tell the mods what to do? Ernie Clement skies one out to center field. Trent Grisham calls off Aaron Judge. Grisham catches it, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. But that 3rd out came after Alejandro Kirk decided to make this game a 2-run ball game. And I'm pulling up here the game day 3D so we can all watch this home run together. Let me get this up real quick for everybody watching at home. Here we go. Alejandro Kirk leading things off in the 2nd inning. Gets a fastball. No, it was a changeup inside. He knew right away that this thing was going to the 2nd deck of Rogers Center. Rounding the bases. What a home run. Let's check it out from another view here. Luis Gil's got to regret that pitch. I'm going to try and switch this angle. Let's do this action one. Okay, here we go. Here's the pitch. And here's Kirk firing this home run all the way out to right field. It lands in the 2nd deck there. That's beautiful stuff. Round those bases, Kirky. Captain Kirk getting the Blue Jays ahead 2-0 in this game. Alex says 9 joints, 9 beers, 9 edibles. I hope those edibles are like real low. I hope those joints are real small. First of all, let me just say I don't endorse any of what's going on here. I don't endorse anything. Okay. Aaliyah says Kirk looks a little different in that model. Yeah, I don't think they use the player models for each of these game day replays. Game day 3D replays. 2-0 Blue Jays heading into the top of the third inning. Oh, I got a text here from Justin with the results of the poll. Oh, 64% of you says 64% of you say no, that you could not complete the 999 challenge. I'm with you. I'm with you, 64% of people watching right now. That's not, I feel like people think it's easier. It's easier than it is. We got to do this on the Steve Dangle podcast. Like, we got to do this, right? Like, you got to see me, Steve Dangle, and Adam Wilde go at this. If the Blue Jays make it, if they win this series, we got to do this. That has to be, like, the bet, right? If the Blue Jays win, we do this. Volpe flies out to center field. Varsho gets under it. It's a deep one all the way back on the warning track. But Varsho, our supreme defensive center fielder, gets under it. 1 out in the inning. Top of the third. Gosman's up to 29 pitches on the day, which is good. And we got Austin Wells at the plate. And Austin Wells, 1 pitch into the at-bat, grounds out to second base. Ernie Clement grabs it, throws it over to Vladdy at first. And there's 2 down in this inning. Hell yeah, Blue Jays. Damn. Quick 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for the New York Yankees. Trent Grisham at the plate. Second time to the lineup for Kevin Gausman. There is an order by the Yankees to swing at these pitchers early in this account because Trent Grisham swings at the first pitch and flies out to Addison Barger, and the inning's over. What a top of the third for Mr. Gausman. Pitches, what was that, 4 pitches? The first at-bat to Volpe was 2 pitches, 1 pitch to Austin Wells, 1 pitch to Trent Grisham, and that's the inning. The Yankees are making this thing so easy for the Toronto Blue Jays. Gosh darn. We now head to the bottom of the third inning. Springer coming to the plate. Nathan Lucas after him, and then a home run. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The man who got this thing all started is coming up third in the bottom of the third inning. Matt says, let's check in with the chat here real quick. You got any questions? Let me know. Matt says, Yanks are in a hurry to lose today. The way they're swinging at everything early in the count, they clearly think that Gausman's going to be throwing a lot of early strikes. They clearly know that, and they've gone up to the at-bats swinging, and it has not worked out. One time through this lineup, all they've done is allowed Gausman to not run up his pitch count, make quick work of the order, and allow the Blue Jays to take an easy 2-run lead heading into the bottom of the third. Jesse, this from Robert, says, someone asked, what pitcher from 2019 would you add to this rotation? Oh, sorry, 2019. 2015. 2015 Blue Jays roster. That 2015 team was so fun. Do I like the 2015 team or the 2016 team better? Probably the 2016 team. But let's check out the pitch-in rotation for that 15 team in the playoffs. It was David Price, Marco Estrada, Marcus Stroman, Roberto Osuna, Aaron Sanchez, R.A. Dickey, Liam Hendricks, Mark Lowe, Brett Cecil, Aaron Loop, LaTroy Hawkins, Ryan Tepera, and Cliff Pennington. There's a lot of names I haven't heard or said in a long time. Those are all the pitchers who got into the 2015 playoffs. I guess it's got to be prime David Price. Marco Estrada was fun. A lot of people saying Estrada. Price is the answer because this team lacks. Yeah, no, Matt's saying exactly what I'm saying. This team lacks a nasty left. David Price in his prime would be exactly what this Blue Jays rotation needs. Like, it's crazy how you bring this up and it's like, yeah, he'd be the perfect pitcher for this team. So David Price has got to be the answer. Healthy Aaron Sanchez would be nice too, Michael. R.A. Dickey, I'm not taking Dickey. I don't trust knuckleballers. I never liked that they had R.A. Dickey. I always felt like at any moment it could fall off the rails with him. But he was solid. He was completely solid. I was wrong about that in the end, but not the biggest fan of Dickey and his knuckleball, I remember during that era. I never trusted it. Springer's at the plate. Yeah, Andrew, the Jays did not get prime David Price in 2015. That's very true. I guess his prime would have been the Red Sox years. But I'm picking David Price and I'm taking him in his prime because I make up the rules of this fake scenario. So this fake scenario, I get prime David Price. And now he's on the Blue Jays. And now they all win. They win every game and they never lose. We got Springer at the plate. And we have Springer flying out to Trent Grisham in center field. Easy catch by Grisham and his mustache. That's a good old-fashioned Yankees mustache right there. Grisham catches that one in center field. It's one out. It's one out. Aqua Gamer, $5 super chat. We got clankers. Clankers is like the term people are using to be offensive to AI, right? Is that I'm old, so I don't know all the internet lingo. Swing and strike by Lucas there. Nathan Lucas hits a ball almost at Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's got a range a little to his left. Grisham almost collides with him, but that's 2 out in the inning. Lucas lines out to left field. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets a standing ovation as he returns to the plate in his first at-bat since homering in the first inning. Let's see what Vladdy can do this time around. If he can stay hot, Heel starts him off with a fastball. Aaliyah says, in comparison to Trent Grisham's mustache, David Schneider's mustache is elite. I agree. Schneider's got he's got the Babe Ruth mustaches. He is King Mustache. We should. I was gonna say some things, but we don't need to. We didn't need to go there. We didn't need to go there with the mustache talk, but he's got a great mustache. Vladdy is behind in the count here. 1-2. And Vladdy remains so hot, singling to right field, takes the pitch the other way. Vladdy is 2 for 2 on the day. He is on first base, and Vladdy is hyped. Way to stay with that ball That's a two-seam fastball that heel places really well on the outside corner. Vladdy just goes with it, hits it into right field. And we got a pitching change. The crowd is giving it to Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone has to go to his bullpen after 2 2/3 innings. We're in the bottom of the third inning with 2 out, and Boone is hearing it from the Rogers Center crowd, and we will boo as well. We got a new pitcher coming in. Let's check out who it is. Let me see. Tim Hill. Tim Hill is coming in for Luis Heel. And that's the end of his night. Let's check the numbers on that. 2 2/3 inning, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Not a great start. The Jays, you chased them. You chased them off the mound, as Denise says. And now Tim Hill is coming to the plate. Tim Hill, a tall, lefty, left-handed throwing pitcher. 35, up there in age. He's been around the majors for a long time. Let's check out Tim Hill. Baseball Reference. Made his major league debut actually only in 2018. At the age of 28, made his major league debut with Kansas City. Pitched for the Yankees for the last 2 years. 1.5 years, really. 35, like I said. Tim Hill's actually the only lefty in their pen, right? He really excels against left-handed pitchers. So we got Barger against Tim Hill, and Tim Hill excels against lefties, so that's the matchup that Aaron Boone wants. I'm very fascinated to look at this strategy, like going so early to the pen. Like, you're desperate now to get Barger out. Starts off 0-2. That's a good start. That's a good start. Alex has Reimers in net tonight. Oh, that's the third inning. How long have we been streaming? 1 hour. 1 hour before we got to Leafs talk. Here's a little dribbler. No play. No play. Infield single. Barger beats it out. Vladdy to second. We got 2 on, 2 out. Alejandro Kirk at the plate. So now Aaron Boone has forced Tim Hill to pitch against Kirk, and Hill does not have great splits against lefties. Or against righties, sorry. Let's see what Kirk can do. hit a home run in his first at-bat. Are we going to get Kirk magic again? He's behind in the count. 1-2. After fouling off that pitch. Here we go. This is nerve-wracking. We could have the game really broken open here. A big hit by Kirk here can really break things open for the Blue Jays and Gausman. 2-2 in the count. And we don't get our Kirk magic this time. Alejandro Kirk grounds out to McMahon at third, who throws it over to Ben Rice at first. 2 men are stranded on base. Second and first, Vladdy is out there at second base. Alejandro Kirk grounds out to Ryan McMahon to end the third inning. Going to the top of the fourth inning, Blue Jays lead this thing 2-0 over the New York Yankees. I got to get back to this chat. There was a lot happening there. Aqua Gamer Sean says, and it's gone, is what I hope we'll say. LOL. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it a lot. There's a little confetti for you. And I've had some requests for the Dancing Animal Squad, especially from Colleen, who says, is there Dancing Animal Squad today? The DOS, yes. The DOS has been employed for the Toronto Blue Jays playoff run. They are here. They are hanging out. They are active and ready to go. Snail, you gotta be here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, no, Snail, there, get in position. There you are. There you go. That's where you should be, Mr. Snail. The Dancing Animal Squad is ready to break out and dance when good things happen. Colleen says, "Thank you, Jesse. Go Jays, go." Let's get some air horns for that. All right. Let's get back to this thing. Top of the third inning we go. We got a Vladdy home run. We got a Kirk home run. It was very interesting to see Aaron Boone and his coaching staff go to the pen so early. They were clearly worried about Luis Hill facing Addison Barger. And, you know, Tim Hill, he didn't get Barger out. Like, he did his job, though, getting weak contact. He didn't get the result, but I think he did what was asked of him, and that was, you know, light contact, keep things low event, and then he got Kirk out. So Hill did his job for the Yankees. Let's see if Gausman can do his job for the Jays. Aaron Judge, best hitter in baseball, at the plate to begin the fourth inning. Gausman, 31 pitches on the day. Aaron Judge singled in his first at-bat. 2-0 Blue Jays, and Aaron Judge does not single in this at-bat. Ernie Clement grabs a grounder that was hit right to him. Great defensive positioning by the coaching staff to have him positioned there where Judge singles directly at him. 1 out in the inning. 2-0 Jays, top 4. Cody Bellinger at the plate now. Gausman's working so good, so quick, getting a lot of weak contact. Yankees swinging at everything and not hitting it anywhere. It's been a great start to the game for Gausman. James says, man, they're loving swinging on the first pitch. It is so true. Behind in the count, though, to Bellinger here. 3-1. See if Gausman can work his way back here into this at-bat. You don't want to lose Bellinger here. You've been pitching so well. You don't want to give up a freebie. Because when you're throwing strikes, the Yankees are swinging. And Gausman gets Bellinger to ground out to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Well done. They're showing Scherzer and Bassett right now in the dugout. It was the right call. We touched on this earlier at the top of the stream, but it was the right call to leave Scherzer and Bassett off of this postseason division series lineup. They can always come back for the championship series, but having them off the division series, the matchup, like too many, you needed as many lefties as you could, and Scherzer wasn't going to start any of these games, right? It was going to be always going to be Bieber, Savage, and Gausman. And then you figure it out from there. Maybe you go Eric Lauer plus the bullpen because you need some sort of lefty game. So, Scherzer and Bassett, unfortunately. I don't think Bassett's 100% healthy. It just made sense to have Scherzer left off this division series lineup. He's not pitching out of the pen either, as a relief pitcher. You got guys for that. Gausman threw a ball in the dirt there. 1-2 in the count. .40 pitches on the day for Kevin Gausman. And 41 pitches on the day for Kevin Gausman, getting Ben Rice to strike out for his second strikeout of the afternoon. He is dealing. Oh, my goodness. That splitter gets him. Splitter out of the zone. Ben Rice swings. It's 2-0 Jays. Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Kevin Gausman is on fuego right now. Let's get back to the chat here. Chat, thank you for... Hey, everybody out there. Thank you for hanging out today. I really appreciate you. This is a round of applause for you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you'll be listening or watching this right now, and I appreciate you for that. So thank you. No confetti for yourselves. We have here a chat from Alex. Alex says, I'm going to fix this confetti. Alex says, why didn't they open with Shane Bieber? Isn't this why they acquired him? Gausman's been better than Bieber this season because Bieber hasn't been around. Bieber was dealing with Tommy John. Even when they acquired him, he didn't pitch for a little bit. Gausman's your surefire #1 starter. He's been that for the length of this entire year. He's the guy you got to go with to start this series. He's your #1. Bieber coming in at the deadline and then being injured for a little bit and then starting and being really good as a starter. He doesn't push out Gausman, He didn't come in to push out Gausman. He came in to support the rotation and be in there as your #2 and #3 guy, and that's what he's been. So Gausman, I think he's proving that he earned this front of the rotation job. We got Muthumbo, who says, love Jesse is doing a live stream. Thank you for being here. There's a little member of the DOS for you. Dancing. It's an awful location. We got to relocate these DOS members. Dancing Animal Squads, for anybody who's not familiar. Why are you dancing like on my headphone there? It's not great. We got another chat from Matt who says, I don't ever think I felt joy like this watching a Leafs playoff game. Maybe early on in a series where the Leafs make you feel like really good, and then they make you crumble. But even when the Leafs like are playing well, you don't believe it. That's the thing about Leafs playoff games. You're like, okay, you're doing great, but we don't believe you. So that's why the Leafs never truly feel great. At least the Jays, you're just like, this is bliss. This is just a good time. Varsho's at the plate against Tim Hill. Lefty on lefty matchup. Foul ball. McMahon ran over there but couldn't do anything. Two and one in the count now. That was a four-seam fastball high to Dalton Varsho. It's 2-0 Jays. None out so far in the bottom of the fourth inning. Only 2 runs have come off of home runs. Vladdy went deep. Kirk went deep. Those are the only runs of the game so far. Varsho hits one out to left field. Cody Bellinger gets under it. Short pop fly. That's the first out of the inning. Cody Bellinger catches it, throws it in the infield. James says, how long do you think they give Kevin if he's able to keep his performance up? I am an old school guy when it comes to pitching. I think you just keep going with your pitcher until they show you that they don't have it anymore. Santander lined a ball out to left field, but it went foul. Whoo! That ball was crushed to the left field corner. I'm old school when it comes to my pitchers. I don't care how many matchups look better if you throw it a lefty versus a lefty or whatever it is. I don't really care about pitch count. I don't care about pitch count at all. If the pitch count's at 1,000,000, but he's dealing, you keep running him out there. So I'm like, just leave Gausman out there. As long as this thing looks like a 0 next to the Yankees, I think Kevin Gausman should remain in this game. Santander here, back at the plate. He had that long at-bat in the first inning. We fouled off a bunch of pitches after he went down 0-2 in that account and then just kept fouling off pitches and such. Navaria says, is there any chance you have a Blue Jays part of SDPN? How can I get involved? I'm a diehard fan. I give my all, entertaining. I'm exactly what you guys need, and I want to do this. Navarius, I do a ton of Jays content on my channel. That's kind of the subsection of where our Jays content lives, because I do a whole bunch of solo Jays stuff. And after this game, I'm going to be releasing a video on that channel reacting to this game and everything that went on. So look out for that video, everybody out there who wants more Jays stuff post-game. I'll have that over there. Santander ahead in the count now. Let's see if he can manufacture a walk out of Tim Hill. Oh! Oh, no! That ball was so far outside. Oh, my goodness. And then Santander flies out to Trent Grisham in center field. Let's talk. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about this one. Look at this pitch. Do you see this pitch? That's ball number 4. If you see it right there, it says 5. This 5th pitch of the at-bat, a called strike. It's so far outside. It's so far outside. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. We'll go back to that at commercial break whenever this inning ends. Andres Jimenez is at the plate. Santander got robbed, and Andres Jimenez ends this inning with a ground out to Jazz Chisholm, who gathers it. Underhand toss to Ben Rice at first base. That is the end of the 4th inning. 2-0 Blue Jays over the Yankees. Top of the 5th coming up. I'm so upset about this call. Look at this stupid call. Look at this ridiculous call. Let me try and bring this up for you guys a little closer. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me zoom in there. There it is. See this pitch that says 5? That's a ball. That is a ball. And the umpire behind the plate called it a strike. That box over there is the strike zone. And even this extra box around it is kind of like maybe this is like the outline of the strike zone. It's not even close to that. There should be a man on first base right now. Silly stuff out of the umpires right now. You don't like seeing that. You don't like seeing that. The Blue Jays did benefit from a call early on in this game in the first inning. Actually, first out of the game, there was a ball that looked like it bounced off of Trent Grisham's foot. It was called fair and in play, but it should have been a foul ball because it bounced off of Trent Grisham's foot. So I guess we're 1-1 on the even up calls. Yeah, Arthur says look at 4 and how bad that ball was. Yeah, it was an ugly at bat for the umpire there. Not a great showing by the umpire in that Santander at bat. We got Stanton, Chisholm, McMahon coming up to the plate for the New York Yankees in the top of the 5th inning. Water break. Today, we're hoping that the Blue Jays win their first playoff game since 2016. They've been in the playoffs a couple of times since then, but have been winless in the playoffs. So we're hoping today the Jays pick up this victory and can break that almost 10-year drought of winless postseason action. Gausman, I can't say enough good things about Kevin Gausman and how he is handling this Yankees lineup. Round of applause for Kevin Gausman right now. Kevin Gausman is throwing first pitch strikes consistently. Every single batter. And every single batter is swinging at it and getting themselves out. All the Yankees want to do is hit these first pitch strikes, and they can't do it. They can't do it. Stanton flies out. Unreal. Chisholm's at the plate. It's 1-1 in the count. This is unreal pitching performance right now from Gausman. 44 pitches on the day here. J Money said, J Money, who's a longtime supporter of SDPN. We love J Money around here. J Money says Mike Hawk is the umpire's name. Here's a ball that's lifted into right field. But thank goodness Nathan Lucas is a Toronto Blue Jay. He's able to track it down, makes a sliding, diving grab in right field. Superman's his way. Diving into the warning track, and Chisholm's out for the second out of the inning. Nathan Lucas, everybody. Unreal catch. That ball looked like it was falling for sure. It was in the air. It kept fading towards the right field line. It was dropping real fast. And Nathan Lucas got under that ball, made a beautiful sliding, diving catch. 2 outs in the inning. Kevin Gausman continues to deal in the top of the 5th. Ahead in the count. 0-2 on McMahon. Beautiful. Beautiful work by the Toronto Blue Jays here. Their terrific defensive play is shining right now in this game. McMahon staying alive here in this at-bat. Let's see if Gausman can continue his spectacular work here. 2-hit ball. So far through 4 2/3 innings. Gausman deals to McMahon. Ball's out to center field. But Dalton Varsho, little slide and grab, ends the inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Unreal. Varsho made that look so easy. Matt says routine, baby. Routine. Varsho makes that look so easy. Very casual with it, as Matt says. And that's 3 up and 3 down on 2 very nice plays by 2 very good outfielders in Lucas and Varsho. What a start to this game here. As I mentioned, 2-hit ball. Kevin Gausman is dealing. He's 2 strikeouts, only 2 strikeouts so far on the day, but who needs strikeouts when you're getting outs? The Yankees just keep swinging at first pitches. Gausman 50 pitches only on the day. 38 of them are strikes. 38 strikes on 50 pitches. That's real good stuff. That's real good. Let's check in with the chat here. Navaria says, let's keep the vibes going, boys. Let's bring out some of the DOS members. There's our dancing giraffe doing a little Oh, he's doing the whipping nay-nay on the logo. You whipping and nay-naying on the logo there, Giraffe? There we go. That's a good time. Koki says, a homer is going to make the place explode. Yeah, Rogers Center, one of the best atmospheres in Major League Baseball. We got one of the best crowds here in Toronto. I'm so proud of this city. I'm so honored to be rooting for the Blue Jays because we got some of the best fans here in Toronto. We got one of the best buildings when things are going well. Dolan Dark X with the hockey question. Are you looking forward to all the Kevin Adams quotes this year? I assume there's going to be a lot of weird things Kevin Adams says to the media this year. It's going to be fun. Koki says, why he kind of nice with it? Yes, the Giraffe is kind of nice with it. You guys got Blue Jays emojis in the chat? That's so much fun. Shout out Justin and Robert for getting that hooked up. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you could also be watching on Twitter. We are simulcast on Twitter and YouTube. You guys got those Blue Jays emojis? They look real cool. Loving it. Loving it. Good vibes all around. Ernie Clement grounds out to third base. 1 out in the inning. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Yankees have brought in a new pitcher. Camilo Doval is on the mound. He replaced Tim Hill. Ernie Clement, first batter to face him. First batter to get out in this inning with that easy ground out to Ryan McMahon, who threw it over to Ben Rice. Next up is George Springer, who's at the plate, falls behind in the count early, 0-1. No hits on the day for George Springer. Big hits all season long for George Springer, though. Maybe we get another one here. Shout out everybody using the Blue Jays emojis in the chat. Let's see what George Springer can do here with this at-bat. I like that the Blue Jays got to their pitching staff early. It's great for the beginning of a series to really force the Yankees to use all of these arms that are in the pen. As much as the guys who are in the bullpen for the Yankees saying, you know, like it's the postseason, who cares how many days in a row you pitch, that sort of stuff, like it affects them. It's tired arms. It's a tough gig to go out there and pitch all the time. So I think this is a great sign for the rest of this series that the Blue Jays are already facing the third pitcher of the night that the Yankees are throwing out there. George Springer grounds out to shortstop. Volpe with a nice little scoop and throw. George Springer's out makes that 2 outs in the inning in the bottom of the 5th inning. Navarius says, this is where the Jays will shine, running the counts, wearing the pitchers down, the fact that they're doing it in game 1. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, they're running up these counts. They're running through these arms. They're spectacular hitting. Only, 5 hits on the day for the Blue Jays. But I feel like they're having some really solid at-bats. They're not making it easy for any of these pitchers who have been on the mound so far tonight. Like right there, Lucas, in this at-bat, those 2 pitches early, 2 good takes there. And unfortunately, after praising Lucas, Nathan Lucas grounds out to Anthony Volpe to end the inning. That was a bit of a quicker inning from the Blue Jays. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. We are through 5 innings. A quick baseball game here. We go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Jays. 5 hits on the day. 2 hits only for the Yankees. Expect Kevin Gausman to go back out there and keep dealing. Don't mind me while I take a sip of coffee. There's actually a Christmas mug. Naughty, nice. I did my best. There you go. Hello to the chat. A little chat check-in. There's the ALDS schedule. Oh, I can't point the right way. It's hard to point the graphics on the screen. There it is. Tomorrow, I'll be back live on this channel at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Justin says Merry Christmas from the SDPN account. I'll be back here 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're tuned in once again if you are here today to watch some more postseason baseball with me. Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Yankee Stadium. Jays, Yankees. That'll be a fun one. Wednesday's going to be interesting because Wednesday, if necessary, maybe the Jays sweep, who knows. That'll be at the same time as the Leafs game. So we're going to have 2 streams, I think, going concurrently. Like, we could do, like, maybe I'll double up and do both. I don't know. We got to figure that. We'll probably have 2 streams concurrently on Wednesday on this channel here. And Friday night, 8 o'clock, if necessary, back here at the Rogers Center for Game 5, do or die, Yankees-Jays. So that's the schedule there for the week. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out that Leafs stream on Wednesday. Opening night for the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Montreal Canadiens. If we get to game number 4, I think we have dueling streams. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a very fun night. Megan says, 999, check in anyone. How y'all doing? So early on in this stream, we were talking about the 999 challenge, where you try and have 9 beers, 9 hot dogs in 9 innings. Some of you in the chat said you were doing it. Let me know if you're alive. Let me know if you're still doing it. It's not an easy task. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could get even close. So we'll see if any of you in the chat are doing your 999 streams. We are back in action at the Rogers Center. Gausman's back on the mound. 50 pitches on the day through 5 innings. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Jays. None out. Volpe at the plate. Gausman starts off the at bat early, going 0-2 on Volpe. Volpe swings through a slider. Beautiful pitch there from Gausman. Let's see if Gausman can start this inning off on a great note. He's been pitching well all game long. Volpe here takes the ball to deep left field. That ball's gonna land off the wall. Double for Volpe. They tell him to stop at second because Varsho got it off the wall. That's a double for Anthony Volpe. Yankees start this inning off with a leadoff double. Uh-oh. That was a lot of power from a pitch on the outside edge. Santander leapt for that ball, could not get it. Bounces off the top of the fence. Leadoff double, and now Austin Wells at the plate. Number 9 hitter. He's been really good this season with runners in scoring position, and Austin Wells continues that here by driving a ball into right field for a single Volpe has to stay at third base because he did not know if that ball was going to be caught by Nathan Lucas out in right field. He couldn't leave second base right away. Volpe's at third now. Austin Wells at first. And the Yankees are going to the top of the order. Grisham is at the plate, but not until Pete Walker comes out to talk with Kevin Gausman. Oh, baby! Yankees. Hot start to this inning. Uh-oh. Mason Fluharty is up in the pen. Mason Fluharty's been really good this season for the Toronto Blue Jays. I like to see that. I have a lot of confidence in Fluharty as a lefty to get out lefties. And the Yankees have some dangerous lefties. Aaron Judge is on deck. Trent Grisham is at the plate. There's 2 men on, none out, top of the 6th inning. Volpe on third. Austin Wells on first. Gausman falls behind Grisham. 2-0 in the count. You don't like seeing that. Alejandro Kirk, platinum glove. Catcher behind the plate is able to block that pitch from going to the backstop and keeping everybody where they are on the base paths. What can Gausman do here now behind in the count? A splitter low 3-0 behind Grisham now. How will Gausman work his way back into this count? Or maybe induce some sort of out here from Grisham? Gausman goes to the fastball, gets a cold strike. Oh, baby. Woo! That's an iffy cold strike there, but I'll take it every day of the week. Oh, man, a strike is a strike. We had one go against the Blue Jays before. We're even. We're even now. I'm not going to ask for anything else. Foul ball, 3-2 count. Oh, my goodness. That is ball number 4. Gausman loses Grisham. Bases are loaded. All rise. Aaron Judge is at the plate. Bases loaded. None out. Top of the 6th inning. This is exactly what you don't want when facing the New York Yankees. But we have Kevin Gausman. Never forget that. Kevin Gausman's been dealing all game. Just because he's got himself into this tight situation doesn't mean he can't get himself out of it. 1-1 in the count now. Woo! Gausman behind in the count. 2-1. This is getting a little nerve-wracking. Two. Oh my goodness. 2-2. None out. Bases loaded. Gausman versus Judge. Top of the 6th inning. American League Division Series game number 1. Foul. Foul. Woo! A high splitter. Judge couldn't get under the ball, got over it, hits off the bottom of the bat, and it goes foul. We reset. 2-2 once again. None out. And we just... Now we're going to 3-2. When you thought it couldn't get any more tense, we go to 3-2, bases loaded, game 1, American League Division Series, Yankees, Blue Jays. None out, Aaron Judge, foul ball. Reset one more time. You can't keep doing this to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 3-2 again. Bring the music back in. Oh my. Bases loaded, none out. One more time. 3-2 pitch. Gausman strikes out Judge. He gets up. Kevin Gausman, ladies and gentlemen. He's not out of it yet. But oh my goodness. Kevin Gausman strikes out Aaron Judge with the bases loaded. None out. In the top of the 6th inning. Oh my goodness. Holy cow! We're not done yet. Cody Bellinger is at the plate. Gausman falls behind Cody Bellinger. Oh no. It's 2-0 in the count against Bellinger. It's 3-0 Cody Bellinger against Kevin Gausman. That's ugly. Uh-oh. Gausman deals. That's ball 4. After all of that, Gausman walks in Cody Bellinger on 4 pitches. Volpe walks in, scores the easiest run he's ever scored for the New York Yankees. Gausman walks in a run. That's After what he did to Aaron Judge, my goodness. Gausman. He's ahead in the count here on Ben Rice. That's good. 2-1 Blue Jays. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out. A double play gets the Blue Jays out of this jam here. Gausman, after dealing so well early, is up to 73 pitches on the afternoon. Ben Rice is 0-2 so far today. 1-run lead for the Jays. John Schneider rubbing his beard, thinking about stuff. Ben Rice pops up. Barger's under it. That's 2 outs in the inning. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. Considering the bases were loaded, there were none out, and Aaron Judge was at the plate. And Kevin Gausman's night is done. Louis Varland is coming to the mound. Standing ovation for Kevin Gausman. I will join you, Rogers Center. Kevin Gausman did a fantastic job today. All things considered, pitching himself into this jam here. Getting the bases loaded with none out, and then getting Judge out, and then 2 more outs to follow that. That is a really good afternoon for Kevin Gausman. Now he hands it over to the bullpen, and hopefully Louis Varland can clean things up for him. Is it Varland or let me just triple check. Yeah, Louis Varland's coming in. So we got the lefty Varland going against the righty Stanton. I believe will be the matchup. Because who's coming up after Stanton? We got, sorry, I'm just pulling up the line. Stanton, Chisholm, McMahon. Oh, sorry, I called Varland lefty. Righty Varland, righty Stanton. Then we're going Stanton, Chisholm, McMahon. All right. We'll see what he can do. We'll see what he can do. It's 1 more out in this inning is all he's got to take care of. The bases are loaded, and Stanton is dangerous, but we'll see if Varland can get this thing done here. Huge position for Louis Varland. Starts off the at-bat with a knuckle curve outside to Stanton. Comes back with a knuckle curve for a strike to Stanton. "100 miles an hour for the first time on the night for Louis Varland. 99.9 rounded up to 100 on that pitch. Let's see what he comes back with here against Stanton. 1-2 in the count. Strike 3, 101. 101. Louis Varland. Oh, baby. Well done. Oh, I am. That inning took a lot out of me. Holy cow. That was an adventure. I need some water. Whew. Let's give it 2 seconds here, people. Let's reset. We got out of it. The bases were loaded for Aaron Judge with none out. Gausman got him swinging. Walked in a run. That's okay, because he gets the next two batters out. Louis Varland comes in. 101 miles an hour. Strike three on Stanton. We leave that inning. Only one run allowed. All things considered. Well done, Blue Jays. I'll take that. I will 100% take that. Straight gas by Louis Varland. Straight gas. I got my Major League Baseball here. I caught this ball when I was a little child. I didn't catch it. It like bounced in the seat behind me and then rolled down to me. It was a foul ball at the Rogers Center. I was sitting along the right field line. You can see the baseball mark on it. Let me see if you can see that. Kind of the lights kind of. There you can see it. There it is. You can see that where the ball was hit. It was a foul ball. Pretty sweet. So Louis Varland, four-seamer like this across the four seams there. Maybe he throws it like this across these four seams. But four-seamer, 100.7 miles per hour according to StatsCast on MLB.com. Let's see what Guerrero, Barger, and Kirk can do coming up for the Toronto Blue Jays. Unreal. We can watch back that. Oh, no, we can't watch back the strikeout there. They don't have it on Game Day 3D. Unfortunately, only the home runs. Here was the wide pitch to Guerrero. 1-0 to start the at-bat. Let me see if I can bring up the Aaron Judge swinging splitter. You can see there. Look at where that eighth pitch was that Judge swung through. Gausman really fooled him. It was way out of the zone there. Great job. Great job. Luke Weaver's warming up in the bullpen for the New York Yankees. Let's see how Aaron Boone deploys his pitchers here. Vladdy having a word with the umpire. I don't know what they're saying there, but he got time. Vladdy gets time for a second with this 2-2 count. Vladdy! High fly ball. It looked real good off the bat, but just a deep fly ball by Vladdy. Bellinger gets under it. First out of the inning. Jason says, Kirk threw my kid a ball from the bullpen on a Canada Day game. I love the atmosphere around a ballpark because in no other sport do the players interact with the fans so much. You don't get that interaction at NBA games or NFL games or hockey games. You get it in the warm-ups in hockey. It's 2 out now. Addison Barger swings on the first pitch of his at-bat. Bellinger catches it in deep left field. 2 out in the inning. Bottom of the 6th, 2-1 Blue Jays. Alejandro Kirk is at the plate. Hit a home run in the, what was that, second inning? Justin has gifted SDPN memberships. 5 of them to the audience. Thank you for doing that, Justin. I appreciate you. This confetti is for you. These air horns are for you. There it is. Thank you, Justin. I love the interaction that baseball players have with fans, where all game long they're tossing them objects and souvenirs they get to take home. It's awesome. I got a pair of gloves once when I was a kid, too. I was there early for batting practice, and somebody on the Twins threw me their batting gloves. I was at, like, the top of the dugout, and they were coming off of batting practice, and he tossed them to the top of the dugout, and I grabbed them. Tossed them to me, and I got them, and I took them home. It was awesome. Still have them. I still have them, and they're, like, over there or something. Alejandro Kirk behind in the count now. 1-2, 2 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Blue Jays. With the 1-2 pitch, Alejandro Kirk lines out to first base. A very hard hit ball that Ben Rice is able to stab out of the air. Catch it. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. David says, do you remember which twin it was? I don't off the top of my head. I think I have it written down somewhere. But I don't off the top of my head. He wasn't a like star player. I think he was like a depth player. So that's why like I had to write it down because I don't remember it. But yeah, it was a twin. I don't know. I'd have to like find where I like wrote down these are blah blah blah's gloves. But yeah. Koki says, did you steal them from a child? No! I was a child at the time when I got them. I was probably like 8, 10-ish. It was a long time ago. I'm old now. That video of that Phillies woman taking that baseball from that little kid, bad look for her. She went viral. Those situations are always weird because, like, does the person deserve to have their life destroyed? And them being an international pariah because they did something like that? Yes and no is kind of the answer. Blue Jays here. 2-1 over the Yankees. Bottom of the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 7th. Up for the Yankees. Chisholm, McMahon, and Volpe. Louis Varland will remain in the game. Hard-throwing Varland. Hopefully we get a couple more 100-and-something mile-an-hour pitches. Here is the Varland strikeout against Stanton. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this one. We're going to watch this in the Game Day 3D on MLB.com. This 101 mile an hour rounded up. Goes 100.7 according to StatsCast officially. Here it is. Varland, Stanton. Look at that! Look at that! Unreal. Let's check it out from the angle of the pitcher. Varland pumped up. Walk into the dugout. Let's do it from the strike zone. There it is, umpire view. You can't even see it there. Great swing and strike. And one more time, there it is. Alejandro Kirk tossing it over to Barger at third base. One more time from the top view. Strike 3. Can't get enough of that. 101 miles an hour. That thing comes in so fast. Look how fast that is. It takes like 2 seconds to get to the plate. Oh, my goodness. One more time. One more. Last time, I swear. Ah, I love that. Watch that all day long. That's an all-timer moment. That is an all-timer moment for me. Varland, 101. Stanton, bases loaded. Let's go. We are back in the game with Varland up at the mound. Facing Jazz Chisholm Jr. They're tied in the count 1-1. Varland again hitting 100 on the speed gun. Oh, no, that one was 100. That swinging strike was only 94.5 on the changeup. My bad. My bad. We didn't have an 100 yet. We will have air horns when we get back to 100. Let's see what Varland can do here. Ahead in the count on Chisholm. That one there out of the zone, but it's 100. We got 100, people. There it is. 100 on a fastball high. And then we have a changeup that's hit by Chisholm. Ground ball. Jimenez all the way over at second base. Fantastic defensive play by Andreas Jimenez. Like, let's talk about that for a second, because Andreas Jimenez is plus defense. And, like, it's not valued enough in baseball how important a rangy he's second baseman, but he plays third now with Bichette out. He moved over there, and they have him there. Like, a rangy shortstop is saving you so many runs. And that platinum glove level play that Jimenez has, it adds a significant value to the whole team of the Blue Jays in terms of saving runs defensively. And the Blue Jays prioritizing defense, I think, is a huge reason that they're in this position this year as American League East champions. Having Varsho in center field, having Vladdy really step up his game at first base, having Jimenez there at short, Alejandro Kirk behind the plate is the best, I think, defensive catcher in the league. Prioritizing defense was such a great strategy by the front office here, and I love to see it every time these guys make great plays in the field there. That's my rant on defense. 1-2 in the count. Varland. Oh! 2-2. Foul ball. That's a hard thrown changeup. 95. Even count now. 2-2. Let's see what Varland can do here with this count. Base hit for Ryan McMahon. Singles into right field on a knuckle curve by Varland. And we are going to have another pitching change. Volpe is coming to the plate, and John Schneider wants Sir Anthony Dominguez in the game. Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming to the mound. Louis Varland, good little appearance there. Let's see what Dominguez can do against Anthony Volpe. And let's check in with the chat. Thank you for hanging out here. Aaliyah. I'm catching up with the chat here. Aaliyah says, gas from Varley. Yes, gas from Varley all day long. Robert says, remember, we'll be here for every Blue Jays postseason game. Yes, we will. Deb says, 516 watching and only 209 likes. Hey, you, right there. You're watching on YouTube. Hit like on the video. It really helps. It helps the channel, and it takes you nothing to do. It literally is just you clicking a little thummy there, and I'm benefiting greatly from it, and it's a real way you can support the channel without doing much. So just hit like on the video. I appreciate it. And the Dancing Animal Squad also appreciates it. The squirrel is out and doing a little jig on the logo. The squirrel really appreciates it. Let's catch up on some more of the chat that we have missed while the game has been going on. Nick says, thanks for doing this, Jesse. Thank you for watching, Nick. I appreciate it. North 90 Fez says, always hit that like button. Thank you. Meg shouts out the DOS. Is the I want it all? Oh, what did I say? I said squirrel. Sorry. I said squirrel instead of snail. Thank you, chat. I did indeed say squirrel instead of snail. It's been 2 hours of streaming straight. Unlike the hockey stream, so if you're familiar with SDPN, you know that we also do these streams for Leafs games, and we'll do them generally in the playoffs too for big hockey games, but mainly just Leafs games. And when we stream Leafs games, there's like breaks because there's intermission. And when you're streaming a baseball game, it's just straight baseball for 2.5 hours. So forgive me for calling the snail a squirrel. Back to what I was saying. Thank you, Robert Malloy. Is the I want it all going to be the new lay it on the line? Anybody in Canada watching on Sportsnet knows the lay it on the line commercials from last year's NHL playoffs. They ran those commercials into the ground. Everybody was sick of it. Is the I want it all going to become the new lay it on the line? I don't know. I think we all feel better about lay it on the want it all than I think we feel better about I want it all than we do about lay it on the line. But it's verging on the lay it on the line territory. Let's watch and see how that unfolds. It's 2-1. And Boone is now sending out a pinch runner. Jose Caballero has come in to pinch run. With the count at 2-1 and 1 out, Boone is trying to protect the base pass here and get a quick runner out there. Hey, we got gifted SDPN memberships. McLeafin, thank you, McLeafin. This confetti is for you. These air horns are for you, and this round of applause is for you. I appreciate the gifted membership. Strike 3! So much is happening! Sir Anthony Dominguez gets Volpe looking outside edge. Fastball. Strike 3. Four-seam fastball, 97.7 miles per hour on the outside edge. Beautiful stuff there by Sir Anthony Dominguez. One more batter to face. Hopefully, Austin Wells is at the plate now. Dominguez throws over. Caballero is safe, but it was a close tag there by Guerrero. And Wells starts the at-bat swinging through a splitter. Thank you again, McLeafin, for gifting those 10 SDPN memberships. A membership on this YouTube channel, the SDPN YouTube channel, gets you an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast. We're just going here. It's a ground ball swinging. Caballero left first base, but it was all for naught because Austin Wells grounds out to Vladdy at first base. I got real excited. I saw Caballero running. I said, we're going here. Kirk didn't have to throw down. Didn't have to do anything. Because Dominguez is able to induce the ground ball by Austin Wells to first base. Vladdy gets it. 3 outs in the inning. 2 innings to go for the Blue Jays pitching staff. 6 outs away from a Game 1 victory. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Varsho, Santander, and Jimenez coming to the plate for the Toronto Blue Jays? I need some water. I need some water, people. Fired up. 6 outs. Luke Weaver's coming in for the New York Yankees. Another pitching change for the New York Yankees. Luke Weaver this time coming to the mound to face Varsho, Santander, and Jimenez. Luke Weaver this season, right-handed throwing pitcher, by the way, Luke Weaver. Only pitched in, he's pitched in a fair share of postseason games. 13 games he's actually gotten into in the postseason. All last year with the Yankees. It's only his second full MLB season. Luke Weaver's was a big help for the Yankees last playoffs. How's everybody feeling? How is everybody out there feeling heading into the bottom of the 7th inning with the Toronto Blue Jays up 2-1, 6 outs away from a Game 1 victory? Meg, thank you. This confetti is for you. Meg is gifted 5 SDP VIP memberships. Everybody who got gifted an SDP membership, please thank Meg. Please say thank you to the person who gifts you a membership. You now have access to an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every single week. We got the Weird Doe saying they are nervous. Navaria saying, easy peasy, man. Never doubted it. You are more confident than I am. Chelsea, shout out Chelsea. Chelsea, who super chats, says this was the best year to learn about baseball. Shout out Chelsea. New baseball fan. You picked a spectacular year. The Blue Jays are so much fun this year. Varsho's up in the count 3-0. And Varsho with the green light. Wow. I don't agree with that decision. I don't agree with that decision at all. I don't think Varsho should have the green light on a 3-0 count when it's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's got to be taking all the way just in case he gets on base there. There it is, a walk, ball 4. He's on base. Things are good. Varsho got the walk at the end of the day. I just not a fan of him swinging there with 3-0. If that's Springer, if that's Vladdy, I think differently. But Varsho there swinging, I don't know. Santander, but he got the walk, so like I should shut up. Santander here. Man on, none out. Let's see what he can do against Luke Weaver. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We have Moose with a super chat. Thank you, Moose, for the super chat. Moose says, not a Jays fan, but I want them to win this one so bad. Y'all deserve this. Also, I don't want to swear, F the Yankees. Go Jays from Seattle. We got a Mariners fan in the chat. We got a Mariners fan who witnessed a Santander single to right field, and Varsho goes first to third on the Judge throw that's late. First and third, none out for the Toronto Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luke Weaver, who? Andres Jimenez is at the plate now with 2 men on, none out. Varsho did not slow down at all around those base paths. Now Santander's coming out of the game. We're going to have a pinch runner at first base. Miles Straw comes in for Santander. He's going to run for him at first. So it's Straw and Varsho on the base pass for Andres Jimenez. Let's go. Let's do this thing. This is Blue Jays baseball here. This is easy peasy Blue Jays baseball here. You want to do a little small ball with Jimenez? They've been doing this all season long. Everyone, if you have not been following, this is where this team excels. None out with the opportunity to get a little crafty at the plate to bring home the runner. And now the Yankees are playing a little mind games. I don't believe there's any pitch calm issues here. They wanted a second to think about the Blue Jays putting the pressure down on them. They're complaining about the pitch calm, saying there's a pitch calm issue. They've all gathered at the mound. Now they're doing a mound meeting thing, chat through stuff. Yankees delaying this game because they know the Blue Jays here are about to extend this lead, hopefully. Not to jinx anything. Weaver's got to get this thing going here. They're still delaying. Here we go. Weaver's now ready to go. Jimenez is entering the batter's box. The infield is in for the Yankees. Let's see what Jimenez can do here against Weaver. Foul ball. Foul ball. Denise. Denise is on my side. Pitch calm issue, my eye. There's no pitch calm issue. I don't believe your pitch calm issues. Andres Jimenez here against Luke Weaver. And Jimenez singles to right field. What did I tell you? This is Blue Jays baseball. Capitalizing with runners in scoring position. Jimenez drives in Varsho from third base. The Blue Jays extend their lead. It is now 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning for your Toronto Blue Jays. Luke Weaver's done. Luke Weaver is done on the day without retiring a single batter. He goes 0 for 3 against Blue Jays batters. He's going to leave the game with 2 men on, 1 on first, 1 on second. He allows a run. What an ugly outing for Luke Weaver. What a beautiful inning for the bottom of the order of the Toronto Blue Jays. I need to spend a second talking about that. We'll momentarily get back to that. But Mick Leafin just gifted 5 SDPN memberships, so that means a little air horns, a little round of applause, little confetti for you, Mick Leafin. I appreciate that. Let's talk about who just got that done for the Toronto Blue Jays. Varsho, Santander, and Jimenez. That is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in this lineup. Early on, you get the home runs from Kirk and Vladdy. The big boys showing up. We got to wait to the 7th inning for 3 hits from the bottom of the order, 6, 7, and 8, to bring in a run and extend the lead. And now we got Ernie Clement at the plate. We got Miles Straw on pinch running out there at second base. Another hit could drive in another run. Extra bases could drive in 2 with Jimenez on first. Beautiful baseball from the Jays. This is how they've been playing all season long. They get hitting from all over their lineup. Bottom of the lineup, top of the order, middle of the order, doesn't matter. Jays cash in runs. It is what they do. Fernando Cruz is now on the mound for the New York Yankees. Ernie Clement could be looking down to drop down a bunt here, get the Blue Jays out of the double play possibility, and advance those runners. Mick Leafin again. Super Chat says 5 memberships per run. Let's go. Thank you, Mick Leafin. Appreciate it. Let's see what Ernie Clement here does. Here against Fernando Cruz. Ernie Clement turns to bunt. Oh, no! Force out at third base. Ernie Clement tries to lay down the bunt. Fernando Cruz comes off the mound, spins, throws it to third base, gets the lead runner on the force out. And the Blue Jays reset to the top of the lineup with George Springer at the plate. 1 out now. 3-1 Blue Jays, bottom of the 7th. Let's see. What? Oh. Ugly swing by Springer to start the at-bat. Rich M says, awful pitch to bunt. It was a hard pitch to get a bunt down on. It wasn't the right pitch. It wasn't the right pitch for Ernie Clement to bunt on, but he wanted to get that bunt down early. The runners might have been started. It might have been just, hey, get that bunt down no matter what it is. And he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He's got to throw it. He's got to try and bunt that down to the first base line and not that third base line. Make it a little bit more difficult. Also, you want to push it further. Not a great bunt. But here we go. George Springer, who's been big time for this team all season long. My personal Blue Jays MVP this year is George Springer. I would love it. I would love it for him to deliver in this moment. What a great start to his postseason this would be. And just the continued cherries on top of a phenomenal season for George Springer if he's able to deliver in this moment here in the bottom of the 7th inning of Game 1 of the ALDS. Fouls one off. 2-2 in the count. Fernando Cruz has looked good in these 5 pitches he's thrown. He's been tough to get a hold of for these Blue Jays batters. Has not been easy to get solid contact on these balls here for Springer. Swung through one, fouled off that one. Couple balls in the dirt. Let's see what Springer can do with a 2-2 count. Takes one. 3-2. 3-2. 1 out, bottom 7, Springer versus Cruz. He's been going outside the entire at-bat. Everything's been outside, outside, outside. Far corner, far corner, far corner. And Cruz again, but misses the plate entirely. Ball in the dirt. That's a walk. George Springer to first base. Bases loaded. Nathan Lucas at the plate. Woo! Springer is on first base. Clements on second. Jimenez is on third. Nathan Lucas at the plate. Takes the first pitch, 1-0. Nathan Lucas with a at-bat for the ages. Takes 3 straight pitches. He's got a 3-0 count against Cruz here. With the bases loaded, Nathan Lucas has worked the count to 3-0. And please, for the love of everything that is good, do not swing at this next pitch, Nathan Lucas. Take it no matter where it is. And there it is for a first pitch strike. 3-1. I didn't need Lucas swinging there. I didn't need Nathan Lucas swinging there. Here we go. 3-1. You can swing here if you want, Lucas. And Lucas swings! Deep right field. It gets down behind Aaron Judge. He plays it off the wall. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Man on third, man on second. Nathan Lucas delivers. 2 RBI double. Unbelievable. You got that right. You can swing now, Nathan Lucas. That's a 2-run double for Nathan Lucas in the bottom of the 7th to extend the Blue Jays lead 5-1. Unreal at bat there by Lucas. Works the count to 3-0. Takes that 3-1 pitch, and then he says, I got this. I got this one. Shout out Mick Leafin. Big shout out to Mick Leafin, who just gifted 10 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you. Thank him. Thank Mick Leafin if you got one of those. Holy cow. Now Vladdy's at the plate. It's not over yet. Extend this lead. Cruz Guerrero, 1 out, 2 men in scoring position. Springer's on third. Lucas is on second. It's been one hell of a game for Vladdy. 2 for 3 with that home run early on. We got more gifted memberships. Michael, shout out Michael one time. Michael, those air horns are for you. Let's see what Vladdy can do here with a 2-0 count. Does Vladdy have the green light on 2-0? It doesn't matter if he had the green light or not. He takes a low pitch. It's 3. We are back to where we were. Cruz has no control right now. We're back to where we were at a 3-0 count with Lucas. Except this time, it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Do we give him the green light, people? We give him the green light, and he pops it up, which is going to drive home a run. There's Springer tagging from third. Springer tags from third base. Gets home successfully with no throw. Vladdy, thank you. That's Blue Jays baseball right there. McLeafin, super chat. McLeafin's the highlight of the night with all those memberships gifted. They say, I might go broke here. 5 memberships gifted again. That is unreal. The Bronx cheer for Cruz as he exits the game, and Paul Blackburn comes in. The Rogers Center crowd. Standing ovation, everybody. Standing ovation for Cruz. Thank you for giving the Blue Jays this extended lead. It was 3-1. It's now 6-1 for your Toronto Blue Jays. What an afternoon for this team. They've been doing everything right. Shout out Jason right now in the chat who says, I want a Cruz jersey. We want his jersey up in the rafters at the Rogers Center for gifting us this lead. Let's absolutely go. Godscope with the stat that everybody's been spitting so far, the pregame, I should say, about these Toronto Blue Jays. When they score 5 or more runs this season, the Toronto Blue Jays are 71-4. They do not lose when they get hitting. Their .947 win percentage when scoring 5+ runs is the 5th highest in a 162-game season in the divisional era. That's since 1969. This team does not lose when they get hits. That's from Sportsnet Stats and from you in the chat, Godscope. They got 6 runs tonight. 5+? They taking care of that? +1. Paul Blackburn's on the mound now. Present day says Blue Jays are on cruise control. We hate that one. No, dad jokes. Dad jokes will always get the trumpet. Addison Barger is now at the plate to face Blackburn. And the fun is done for this inning. Addison Barger flies out to Aaron Judge in right field, bringing the very adventurous bottom of the 7th inning to an end for the Toronto Blue Jays. They put up 4 runs in that inning, extending a 2-1 lead to a 6-1 lead. They're up 5 on the Yankees, heading into the top of the 8th inning. What an unreal inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's take a look at what we can look at here. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We are going to celebrate this one. All right. Everybody, are you ready to lock in here? We got a game day 3D view of Andres Jimenez being an absolute beaut and a hero for the Toronto Blue Jays. So here it is. Luke Weaver on the mound. Jimenez in the batter's box. Fastball high in the zone. Jimenez takes that pitch, bounces right past the second baseman, diving shot. Getting this thing going for the Blue Jays there. Let's change views here. Let's check it from the action cam. We'll bring this back here and check out Jimenez's single to bring in the run when there's a man on first and third. The bottom of the order just doing a fantastic job for this Blue Jays lineup. One more time, everybody. We will change views once again and see how sad Luke Weaver was in this moment. Luke Weaver thought he had him. He did not have him. Looks off that pitch. He knows what's happening. Goes to cover third base. But he knows that run is already in. And Jimenez comes up clutch for your Toronto Blue Jays. What an inning. I don't need Trevor Hoffman either. I don't need Hoffman. Yeah, there's some talk about Hoffman in the chat. Jason says, I'm not even nervous about Hoffman. I don't need him. I don't need him in this game. Save him. Miles Straw enters the game full time now. Out there for Santander. Brendan Little to the mound. I would let Little pitch these 2 innings. I don't need him to go 1 inning and then bring him out and bring somebody else in. Don't waste these arms. If you bring in Little here, let Little go both innings. That's how I'm feeling about this thing. Brendan Little is facing the top of the Blue Jays lineup. Or the Yankees lineup, excuse me. Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger. IKF is in the game at third base. At second base, actually. There's been a lot of moving around. Okay, let's get this thing sorted. IKF comes in for Barger. He goes to play second base. Clement goes from second to third. And then Miles Straw in for Santander goes and plays left field for him. So IKF's now playing second. Clement's at third. Everything's sorted. Barger's on the bench. We're good. Top of the order coming up for the New York Yankees. Grisham, Judge, Bellinger. Caballero was in for McMahon. He's at third base when the Yankees play defense. There we go. 2-2 count. We're all reset. We're all good. Let's see if Little can get Grisham out here with this 2-2 count. Grisham's no batting gloves will always throw me off. It is a ground out to Andres Jimenez, who's shading a little bit left of second base. Handles that ground ball easily, throws it over to Vladdy. It's 1 out in the inning. Top of the 8th. The Toronto Blue Jays are 5 outs away from closing out this ball game. Aaron Judge is now at the plate. Aaron Judge, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He's got a strikeout and a hit. 1-0. 1-0 Little against Judge. The Weird Doe says, white panel hats for the win. Yes, the white panel hats. The Blue Jays didn't bring those out until very late in the season. And they have been very good luck for these Toronto Blue Jays. You cannot go away from these white panel hats. Neil says, love to see Judge come up with no one on. This is the ideal situation for Aaron Judge to be at bat. Little falls behind Judge. Pitching very timidly to Aaron Judge. Way around the zone. 3-0 in the count. Might lose him here. No green light. Oh! That one barely gets the inside corner. Aaron Judge takes that strike. 3-1 here. Aaron Judge rips one to the gap. He's going for 2. Slides in there safely. Varsho can't get that throw in time. Aaron Judge doubles to left center for the Yankees, getting them a man on second base with 1 out in the inning. Aaliyah says, I believe Hoffman was the one to suggest the white panels to finish out the season. Yeah, I think that's how the story goes. They were telling it on Sportsnet a couple weeks ago when they started wearing them. It was a great switch. It's been great vibes for the Blue Jays. Rich M says, I'm old enough to remember when the Jays ditched the white panel hats. And here's a pop fly in the middle of telling that story. Bellinger pops out to Brendan Little. Well done. Well done. 2 outs now in the inning. Ben Rice coming to the plate with 2 outs. Judge on second. Rich M says, I'm old enough to remember when the Blue Jays ditched the white panel hats because they were bad luck. Let's see what Little can do against the left-handed hitting Rice. Lefty on lefty matchup. Ideal for the Blue Jays here. Tomorrow we're getting Trey Savage. On the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. Here is Ben Rice hitting a deep fly ball. Varsho's going back, but he gets under it. And the Toronto Blue Jays are only 3 outs away from closing out this ball game. 1 more half inning to go for the Toronto Blue Jays. Unreal game so far. This could not have gone better. Fantastic pitching performance by Gausman. Him getting himself out of his jam. And then the bullpen holding fort until the bats got going. And the bats getting going really early with the 2 home runs. It's been fantastic for the Blue Jays. I would run Brendan Little out there again for the 9th inning. I don't know about you. But, like, I'm just, like, keep Little out there. We've already used his arm. I don't know. If you want to save him for more pitches just in case you got to use him tomorrow. But, like, I'm good with Little going out there again. The Weird Doe calls out my Chris Berman. I don't have a good Chris Berman. Back. It's not great. It's not great. I'm trying to do it. I can't do it. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop for the sake of everybody's ears here. We got Kirk, Varsho, and Santander coming up. Kirk, Varsho. Sorry, Santander's out. Kirk, Varsho, and Straw coming up in this inning. How is everybody feeling now? Last time I did a check-in, the Blue Jays were up 2-1. It was 2-1 last time I checked in. And now, because of that 7th inning, it's 6-1. Is everybody feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good. The bullpen was great at the end of the year. They just need 3 more outs, and the Yankees do not have the bats going today. They haven't been able to string a lot together outside of that one top of the 6th inning. I'm pretty comfy right now. The Weirdo says, still nervous. My sports experience is only trauma. Meg says 999 check-in. If anybody out there is doing the 999, let us know if you survived. We're almost in the 9th inning, and you should be wrapping up your 8th beer and hot dog, heading on to your 9th beer and hot dog. Neil says stress level is at like a 2.5. Tomorrow, I will be back again here, streaming on the SGPN channel, streaming for you again at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll hit the live button. We're going to be checking in with the Jays, sitting here all afternoon long as they face the Yankees once again in game number 2 of the ALDS. 1-1 in the count. Kirk against Blackburn. None out. Bottom of the 8th. 6-1 Blue Jays over the Yankees. If you did not know, I'll be doing a recap video on my YouTube channel, the Jesse Blake Sports Report YouTube channel, of this game. Do about like a 12-minute recap-ish, somewhere in there. We'll see how long I go. But that'll be up on the channel after we're done streaming here. Go chat about this game, all the highlights, great moments, not many lowlights. So we'll be chatting about that. Looks like Hoffman's up in the pen, and Alejandro Kirk hits one right at him. Home run! Kirk, his 2nd of the game. He hit it right at Jeff Hoffman in the pen. 7-1 Blue Jays. Bring out the Dancing Animal Squad. What a game for Alejandro Kirk. 2nd home run of the ball game. Varsho follows it up with a double. Varsho's like, it's not done. It's not done, people. We need to keep this thing rolling. And amongst all of that chaos, we have 5 SDPN memberships given by McLeafin. Thank you, McLeafin. And Wes Richard. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, McLeafin. I think I broke all the buttons. I would give you air horns if the buttons weren't broken. But I hit too many of them during that home run. Thank you. Imagine there's the confetti going off right now to thank you for your gifted memberships. What an at-bat by Kirky. He won't let the Blue Jays lose this game. 2 home runs on the afternoon. He was cold all September. And he said, let me get hot for 162. And then let me get hot for game number 1 of the ALDS. And we have more runs on the board for no, they're holding Varsho. They're holding Varsho. No runs. Miles Straw singles to right field, and they hold the runner at third. Wes Richard, what did I say? All the gifted subs and Jesse gets my last name wrong. What a doughhead. What did I say? Did I not say Wes Richard? Sorry, there was a lot of chaos going on, Wes. I apologize. I apologize, Wes. Jimenez is at the plate now. (7-1) Blue Jays. Still none out in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Jimenez can extend this lead. Keep these things going. Oh, Wes says Richard as in the Rocket. My apologies, Wes. Air horns are back. Richard. It's French-Canadian. It's a French name, Jesse. Thank you, Alex. I do need help with my pronunciation of names. Anybody listen to the Steve Dangle podcast, you know that is not my forte. Wes says, thank you, chat. We got we got a challenge out. Their video review is see if Jimenez was hit. We got where they do the thing. Yeah, it looks like it hit the back of his wrist there. Yeah, back of the hand. It's hard to tell from that angle. I don't know if there's enough evidence. To overturn that. Alex says Aktiyamov. Yeah, that one's up for debate amongst the SDP people. I don't know if there's enough to overturn this hit batter on Jimenez. Yeah, they keep showing it. It doesn't look like a bounce. You got to be able to see that it kind of bounces and does enough. Yeah. They confirm the ruling. He does not get hit by the pitch according to video review. Blue Jays lose their challenge. Jimenez back into the batter's box with a 2-1 count. Let's see what he can do. 7-1 Blue Jays. What an afternoon for this squad. And that's a base hit into left field for Jimenez. It got down. The runner from third is going to score. Jimenez is into second. Straw goes over to third. It's 8-1. The runs won't stop. The Jays have scored a touchdown and hit the 2-point conversion on the Yankees. It's 8-1 in Toronto. Ernie Clement now at the plate. McLeafin says, take my money. He's been donating memberships all night. Oh, bad swing by Clement there. That's all right. It's 8-1. Unreal. McLeafin keeps to their word, donates 5 memberships once again. We got a fly ball to center field. Clement drives in Straw with a sacrifice fly. We're 1 away from double digits. Willie P93 donates more memberships. What a time this is to be a Blue Jays fan today. Thank you, Mick Leafin, for donating. Thank you, Willie P93, for donating. It's 9-1. Keep it going. Let's get this thing up to double digits here for these Toronto Blue Jays. I think it's over, ladies and gentlemen. I think this thing on the bottom of the screen can say 1-0 Toronto. Am I allowed to say that? It's 9-1 in the bottom of the 8th. These Blue Jays came ready to play today. They did not mess around with this Yankees pitching. Everybody's saying don't jinx it. Daniel says don't jinx it. Kevin says don't jinx it. We are Toronto fans. Oh! Hard hit ball by Springer. It is right at Volpe, however. And Springer is retired at first base. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th. Colleen says, don't do it, Jesse. Remember the miracle on Manchester. Yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The game's not over until it's over. Nathan Lucas is at the plate now. 2 out. 9-1. 1 base hit here can push this thing to double digits. I would love to see these Blue Jays put up a 10 spot on the New York Yankees to kick off game number 1 of the ALDS. What a game that would be. Either way, this thing is a fun game. We had a poll earlier. It said, how we feeling, Jays fans? 48% of you said, I want it all. 35% of you said, I'm feeling great. And 17% of you said, I'm still nervous. I think those I'm still nervous people out there, it's gotta have turned the page here a little, right? You gotta be a little less nervous. Let me know how you're feeling, chat. Jonathan said, are we getting a JFR after this? In some respects, yes. Head over to the Jesse Blake Sports Report YouTube channel. I'll be doing a recap of the game over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Josh said, I've seen our bullpen this season. I'm still nervous. Zimmy says, until it's done, it ain't done. Axis says, guaranteed everyone's still nervous, is a Leafs fan. SLW says, cautiously optimistic. Stroven says, 5% less nervous. It's not over. You people are right. It is not over. But there is a base hit up the middle. Jane, double digits. Double digits on the scoreboard. I can't point at it. Do you see that? Do you see that right there, everybody? Nathan Lucas. Base hit up the middle. It's hit a dime. Tyson says it's raining dimes in Toronto. 10-1 Blue Jays. It's a massacre of the Yankees pitching staff today. They can't contain the Blue Jays hitting. Everybody's getting one. Who wants a hit? Are you a member of the Blue Jays? Do you want a hit? Are you George Springer? Are you Nathan Lucas? Are you Vladdy, Barger, Kirk, Varsho, Santander, Jimenez, Clement, anybody? Straw, IKF. All of you get hits. Hits. You get a hit. And you get a hit. And everybody gets a hit. Unreal stuff. Mick Leafin. Shout out Mick Leafin. Giving up a lot of memberships tonight. You made a promise to do it for every run, and the Blue Jays just kept getting runs. That's just one hell of a promise. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this. My goodness. 3-1 in the count for Vladdy. Vladdy gets a hit! More hits! Who in the chat wants a hit? The Yankees are giving out free hits tonight. 14 on the evening for the Jays. 10 runs. The Weirdo super chat. E2H5. I don't know what that means, but it's a super chat. Wes Richard. Wes Richard. 10 gifted SDPN memberships. SDP VIP memberships. Thank you, Wes Richard. That gets you an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every single week. And now you are a member of this YouTube channel if you were gifted a membership. Yankees fans, you can turn off the TV. Your pitching staff did not want to show up tonight. IKF's at the plate. Will IKF get in on the hit party? Yep. Scott Wheeler nails it in the chat. 10 runs for the Jays are great, but the 1 run for the Yankees is even more promising. Can't expect that every game, but it's promising. Shout out the Blue Jays pitching staff. They really stepped up. Everybody in that bullpen did their job tonight. Everybody who took the mound did their job tonight. Kevin Gausman, fantastic start. Varlin came in, threw 200 miles an hour every single pitch. Sir Anthony Dominguez did a great job. Brendan Little might still be in the game. Who knows? Finally, the Yankees retire the Jays. IKF lines out to second base. And Jeff Hoffman is entering the game, I believe. Hey, McLeafin, $5 super chat says, let's get 11. They will not get 11 unless they need it, barring some miracle comeback by the Yankees. Jeff Hoffman is coming in the game for Brendan Little. That is an interesting decision by John Schneider. Personally, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go to my closer. It feels unnecessary. You know, they play the game tomorrow. I'd love to hear post game what his reasoning is behind this. McLeafin says, dang, I was late. Yes, you were late on that. Let's get 11. Vladdy is 3 for 4. That is beautiful from Jacqueline K. I need some water. That was a big inning. Chat, do we trust Jeff Hoffman with a 9-run lead? The SDPN account says yes. They trust Jeff Hoffman. Wes Richard, the Rocket. Wes Richard with the rocket emojis and the $5 super chat. North 95 says, Jesse killing it. Love the energy. Hey, you're killing it, chat. Chat, I appreciate all of you hanging along this entire stream. The dancing giraffe is out on the logo for all of you that have been asking for it. I know Aaliyah out there in the chat has been asking for some of the DOS. McLeafin says 400 likes 105 memberships per out. Wes Richard says, got to build up some confidence for Hoffman. Yeah, let Hoffman pitch in this game where he's got a 9-run lead. Hopefully everything's all good. The roof is open at the Rogers Center. First time since 2016 that the Blue Jays played a roof open playoff game. Only the second time in franchise history it's been done. Three outs away from a Game 1 victory for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees at the plate this inning. Stanton, Chisholm, Caballero to face Jeff Hoffman. The Blue Jays closer who's had an up and down season so far. Stanton, high fly ball. It's caught. That's 1 out. Ernie Clement gets under it. The Blue Jays are 2 outs away. Don't forget to hit like on this video. On this watch along here this afternoon. Likes go a long way in helping this channel. It's a very easy favor that you can do for us if you've enjoyed hanging out this afternoon to watch the Blue Jays go up 10-1 on the New York Yankees. Jazz Chisholm is now at the plate to face Jeff Hoffman. Swinging at the first pitch as the Yankees have been doing all night long. He fouls it off. It's 0-1 in the count. Chisholm with 1 hit on the afternoon. Yankees have 6 hits, 1 run to the Blue Jays, 10 runs and 14 hits. The Yankees look dangerous in the top of the 6th inning. They were only able to muster 1 single run, and that was it for the New York Yankees. Shout out Gripper Nation and the King of Feet, Adam Wild, who is tuning in today, watching this stream. 2 strikes, Hoffman on Chisholm. Shout out everybody in the chat who's been using the new Blue Jays emojis that we got going. Shout out Justin and Robert for handling that modding tonight. I know the bots have been out heavy during this stream. Shout out Mick Leafin again for gifting more SDPN memberships. Michael. Fun fact from Michael on the super chat. 10-1 is the most unlikely score in NFL play. There's a fun fact for everybody. Shout out Wes Richard, the Rocket, as well. Shout out Jacqueline K, who's always been here in our live streams. Always keeping the chat alive. 3-2 count, Hoffman, Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm hits a ball out to Miles Straw in left field. Straw gets under it. 2 outs away. 2 outs now in the inning. 1 out away from a Game 1 victory. We are so close. The Yankees dugout looks dejected. Everybody standing at the Rogers Center. McLeafin continues to give SDP memberships. Austin says, I went to eat dinner and the Jays scored 7 runs apparently. Yes, they did. They scored 7 runs real quick. Hoffman, Caballero, 1 more out to go. Let's see. Two strikes. Denise gives a super chat to the mods. McLeafin is truly a legend. Two strikes. Did not expect that. Ooh. All right, so I think that brings out the horns. The trumpet, I should say. Jeff Hoffman hits Caballero up high. Four-seam fastball. I think he was a little nervous. I think Jeff Hoffman got a little excited. Four-seam fastball slips away from him. Hits Caballero, and now it's up to Anthony Volpe to extend this game for the Yankees. Hoffman, Volpe. Caballero gets second base for free on defensive indifference. Let's see if Jeff Hoffman can finally close out this game here. 10-1 Blue Jays over the Yankees. Uh-oh. Volpe loses his bat. He's trying to take out the Jays. Volpe's trying to eliminate the Jays by throwing bats at them. He was aiming for Vladdy. None of that's true, but I'm going to pretend it is. Right over John Schneider's head. Sorry, Vladdy's in the field, so how could he be aiming for Vladdy? Right over John Schneider's head. One more out to go. 0-2 on the count. 2 out, bottom of the ninth. Once again, we're back here. Jeff Hoffman trying to end the... Oh! The 0-2 pitch. It looked like it got the corner. Home plate umpire says it's a ball, and we reset. Ball again on the outside corner. Two out. Top of the ninth inning. 10-1 Toronto Blue Jays, and that's it. Ball game! For the first time since 2016, the Toronto Blue Jays have won a playoff game. They go up 1-0 in the American League Division Series over the New York Yankees. Finally, they break a 9-year playoff winless drought. And the Blue Jays are up 1-0 in this series. 2 more to go. Job's not done. Let me know where you watched from today. If you've been hanging out just for the end of it, for part of it, for the whole thing, let me know where you're watching from, and I want to shout you out today for hanging out. You guys have been absolutely a joy to be around. Shout out Wes and shout out McLeafin for gifting so many subs to the chat today. They keep gifting. They won't stop gifting. Shout out Tillsonburg, Ontario, Virginia, Niagara Falls, Vegas, Victoria, Bermuda, Cobalt, Winnipeg, Lake Louise, Vancouver, Ottawa, Calgary, Kitchener, Pender Island, Toronto, obviously, Nova Scotia, Australia, West Kelowna, Boston, Winnipeg again, anywhere you watched from around the world, you got to witness a 10-1 victory by your Toronto Blue Jays. What an adventure this has been. What a good time this has been. This couldn't have gone any better than the Toronto Blue Jays demolishing the Yankees with great pitching, great hitting, fantastic defense, and playing baseball the way the Toronto Blue Jays of 2025 have played baseball. We got a win today. We're back at this tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you are tuned in to the SDPN channel. It is a 10-1 final. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go make a video for my channel, the Just Blake Sports Report YouTube channel. That's going to be up shortly. It's going to be all hype, all good time. Thank you again. Shout out Wes. Shout out McLeafin. And shout out all of you for hanging out. Good night from Toronto.